Well, welcome Libra. I'm Karen. This is Veronica's Dreams Coaching and Tarot. Today is this reading is for Libra Sun Moon Rising. It is a love reading, beginning of September through the beginning of October. And we will take a look at current situation and the influences around that situation. I am using the Somnia Tarot for the reading and Radiant Wise Tarot for clarifying. Okay. Let's get started. What do our Libras need to know for love for September into October? Ace of Cups, current situation. Past influence. Empress, or Strength. Don't even know where I got Empress from that. Present influence. Ace of Swords. The negative. High Priestess, positive. Six of Pentacles, what you don't see. Seven of Cups, what to look for. Magician, be careful. I'll talk to you more about it, but I feel like this is a be careful moment. Unexpected. Tower, challenge. Page of Pentacles, future influence. Five of Swords, where this leads, outcome. Two of Wands, and where does this lead? Eight of Wands, Five of Cups, one more, Knight of Pentacles. You know, Queen of Pentacles, there is something here. There is definitely, with the current situation being Ace of Cups, there is something new happening. I feel like this would be... I feel like this is definitely a new relationship that has to do with, I feel like that's you. I don't feel like that's another person. I feel like that's you in the Queen of Pentacles mode, which would be, you know, finding stability. Leveling up a little bit in a relationship or in your life. Now, in the past, you have the Strength card. So there is something that you've had to be really kind of like pull in that inner strength and really... I feel like there is something that happened in the past that really made you... I want to say quietly strong, but I want to say like you putting on a face of being strong and not really feeling that way. Now, that might not be all of you, but I really feel like that's for some of you. You have been showing this face of, I'm strong, I can handle it, I can do it. And I feel like in the past that didn't necessarily work for you. Because sometimes we have to admit when we're hurt or when we're damaged or when, you know, not everybody needs to know our business, but, you know, there's sometimes where we need to admit that. And I feel like that's kind of what your past was. And I feel like with that Queen of Pentacles in the bottom of the deck, this is really about you growing as a person and finding more stability. There is a new situation that does have to do with love that's come in. And it is brand new. And the Ace of Swords means to me, in the present influence, there was some kind of information, aha moment, conversation that came about that allowed you to see something in a new loving light. I do feel like this is a relationship that has just started. However, I do feel like that Ace of Swords is saying that, like, I think you're learning something new that's not necessarily super positive. That's my feeling. And your feeling too. And I'll tell you why I think it's your feeling too, because the negative is the High Priestess, which means you're not listening to your inner self. You're not listening to your intuition to really allow yourself to figure this out. And I feel like that Ace of Swords information, you're kind of ignoring it. So I feel like there's a message coming in that you're kind of ignoring a little bit but you know it, like in your gut, you know something's not right here. And I'll get to more why it's not right in a minute here. The Six of Pentacles is in your strength and your positive energy. And I do feel like at least you feel like there's something very equal here in this situation. Like there's an equal give and take. You feel that way. And it could be, but I think what this really is you have a lot to give. You have a lot to give. You're in a position where you really want to start giving and nurturing something and bringing something, leveling something up for sure. Now, the problem is what you don't see is the Seven of Cups. This isn't your choices. This new situation that you're in, relationship, they have choices and they're looking at all their choices. So I'd be very cognizant of the other person. And I feel like, though, there is something that's going to make you also see that, but you're ignoring it with the High Priestess. The Magician is what to look for. Now, the Magician can be about sleight of hand, someone not being 100% honest, not showing their whole self, someone hiding the truth, a trickster, someone. This would be like a grifter, someone that's a con man. They make you believe something, but it's only for their benefit, not for your benefit. And again, Six of Pentacles is in your strength, so you do have a lot to give. And I feel like that until you see this within them, you're not going to do anything about it. And no one can force you to see that. You have to see it as truth. And that's another reason why I feel like the High Priestess is in the negative. You know this, you're not paying attention to it, but I think it's more than that. I think you want to know for sure. Like, yes, my gut's telling me this, but I want to see the evidence. And that's what I'm getting overall. Unexpectedly, there's going to be a Tower moment that comes in. And I feel like I'm going to clarify this Tower in our unexpected energy. What is the Tower telling us in unexpected for Libra? Tell me. This Tower, Eight of Swords, Three of Wands, Tower. I feel like it's that once the truth comes in, once you see Three of Wands, so right now this is kind of like where you're at. You're stuck because you want to see it. You want to see it. And this is you seeing it, the Three of Wands, ships coming in. You're seeing what's happening here. And this is where the change comes in. And yes, once you see it, it's like, you just level it. And that's what you do. And that's fine, because I feel like that's going to be the leveling of all of this. And it gets easier, but not yet. So the Page of Pentacles is in your challenge. And I feel like the challenge here is understanding your discoveries and trusting yourself and the work that you put in to see what you've discovered. Because I feel like here, all of this, but you're choosing not to see it. Now, I don't mean that to be degrading or anything like that. This is part of what we do as humans, when we're sometimes shown something, we don't want to believe it because our heart's over there and we want what we want and we don't want to believe that, or we're going to ignore it. The challenge is don't ignore it. It's asking you, the cards are asking you not to ignore it as much as possible, as much as you can, and as much as you can see. Now, the other reason why, too, I feel like this Magician is not telling you everything or not showing their true self is because we have the Five of Swords and future influence. Someone's not playing fairly at all in this game. They're asking you to go take a hold of those swords and reach your dreams, but they're holding you back, man. They've got you tied up. They're holding you back from reaching your dreams. That's going to be your influence. And I feel like that's when you finally realize, when you finally see they're saying one thing but doing another, that makes you realize that you need to move away from the situation. And the outcome is the Two of Wands. So I like this because it's saying that you make that realization and you're saying, no, no more. I am going to move forward. I am going to make my plans for a better thing, a better life, a better relationship. And then you start moving forward with that with the Two of Wands. Really like that energy a lot. Then where does it lead? The Eight of Wands. Oop, you keep moving. However, I'm going to be honest with you. There's something that comes, this could be a message that comes in that makes you go backwards. And then you realize, no, this is disappointing. Five of Cups. This isn't going to get me what I need. I might be even losing other things along the way with this situation. And you are led to a disappointment. Now, I do feel like what happens here is when, and this is my feeling and my intuition telling me that when you start making those plans to move forward and you go all out to move forward, there will be a setback. Now, that's okay. Don't take that as a horrible thing, because sometimes when we start moving forward, especially with the energy of that Eight of Wands, we can have setbacks. Those Eight of Wands have a lot of energy behind them. And sometimes we're moving so fast that we're not thinking about things. And I think this just draws you back in and says, no, this is also not the right direction. However, I feel like once that disappointment sets in, you then have a methodical path forward with this Knight of Pentacles. Be patient with yourself. This is telling me that you're moving forward, but you're going to do it with intention now. You know what you want. You're not going to be letting someone show you things that aren't true. And you are going to move forward with intention in I feel like it could be a new relationship here, actually. But you're going to do it slowly. You're not going all in this time. But slow with intention. So not necessarily like taking away passion or anything like that, but you're going to know what to look for, know what to see, not let people fool you. And I want to be careful. Like when I say that, again, it's not to degrade. We miss signs because we choose not to see them because we really want what we want. And we go, oh, I'm not going to ignore that. I'm going to just ignore that. And our brain tells us that. That's why you have the High Priestess and you're negative. Your brain's telling your gut's telling you, but I'm going to ignore it. And this is a good sign, because now that you're going to take those lessons and realize what you've done and then move forward into something completely new, completely different in a very intentful manner. And it feels really good. So what is our advice? So while you're dealing with a lot of stuff right now, that's part of things, right? That's sometimes just part of it. But it does lead to you having a true understanding of not only that situation, but yourself and how to move forward in a relationship. What is the advice for our Libras, please? What is the advice? Tell me about advice. What do they need to hear? The World. The World is to me is about not giving up when I see it in advice, because the World takes a while to get to that completion, completing that goal, getting to where you need to be. It takes time and it takes work, and it's saying don't give up, because once you hit that world, once you hit that goal, it sets your life open for newer journeys, new things, whatever that would be to you. But I think this is really just saying don't give up. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up. I feel like don't give up on yourself. If someone's not treating you fairly, you can give up on them, but don't give up on you. And don't give up on your search, because, if it's important for you to find love, then don't give up on that. You just may need to take a different road, and you'll eventually get to the World and feel like, oh yes, I've accomplished this. So there you have it, Libra. I hope you liked it. Please hit the thumbs up if it resonates, or even if you enjoy the content, and take care. Have a beautiful day.